wait, that's not what I
could change
saw before. It could change
from block to block.
Yeah, very, very quickly. So I was like, very interesting. I just had that memory in my head.
Matt and I were talking about this the other day, but it was like, you kind of need a little like element of danger in a city to, I don't know, we just both appreciated that more. Like when somewhere's just too safe and you can just do whatever you want, it like maybe it doesn't keep you in line all the way.
Yeah, actually, I think if it's too safe, you can't do whatever you want because if it's safe, it also means that we're all not doing what we want to do, right?
True. Yeah.
So if there's like, I don't know, it's like if there's like crimes and if it's more dangerous, I guess it kind of opens up for you to do kind of like sus shit.
Yeah. Even just small shit that like you might be doing in LA or New York. It's like, I can go jack this tall can on the street right now, you know, like you're not doing that here or Tokyo.
You know, out here, like celebrities would get a flame for smoking a cigarette on the street and like throw a cigarette butt.
For real?
Yeah.
Or vaping
like,
indoors or some shit.
Yeah.
And then, at their own freedom. Like they're at their own house.
Yeah.
Vaping.
That's
and then
wild.
they get flamed.
Yeah.
And they don't just say fuck you to the
They
public.
apologize.
No, they gotta apologize.
full-on-
I hear little things like this and I'm like, I don't know if it'd be good for my career, but I'd be like, fuck you, I'm vaping in my house. Like, who gives a fuck? Like,
Yeah.
You
I don't know. Would you do that? You make music, you have a following, like, are you gonna vape in your house or?
I mean, I do vape in my house.
But like, are you posting about it and do your fans say anything?
No, it's like
It's a good topic.
what was the question?
Like, would you, like, when it comes to
Will I
that
say fuck you?
situation, what would you do? Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, just.
I mean, on top of my mind, I don't think I'll like make a public statement and apologize, but I don't think I'm also not gonna say fuck you, right? So I think I'm just gonna like lay low for a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Lay low for vaping in your house.
I mean, but like whatever, like could be vaping in the house or like they take a clip out of whatever and it's like, oh, this guy said this. He's a bad guy or whatever. But Korea, like, I think is a very monocultural society. So like, if one thing pops off, everybody knows.
Yeah.
And like,
Hive mind.
yeah, and like, the business is related and stuff. So I think it's like the groups are not as diversified in America. So culturally, they're just so diversified. So, like, I mean, I totally get why they post an apology.
Yeah.
Cause it's like it's fucking up their business, bro. It's fucking up with their bread, and it's probably
it's
probably not even their idea or even themselves written it, but it's like their company and the business tied to this and that or whatever. Oh, like what you did, even though it's ethically not that wrong.
Yeah,
it's not about that. It's about the business and the business how they operate right here is like they like non-controversial figures, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, I don't blame them, you know.
You don't want to end your career over a vape in the house either, so I guess an apology is fine.
Yeah.
I would be bummed to do that, but I'd be like, well, do I want to make money or not?
Yeah. So I guess that's a trade-off. It's like so clean and so safe out here, but also there's like a sense of, okay, but follow the rules on everything.
Is there like a villain, like a celebrity villain that maybe he's already just so rich and famous where maybe he can vape inside and tell everyone to fuck off and like it doesn't matter if his career goes away?
Actually, that's a good question.
50 Cent, like 50 Cent. Like
yeah,
50
like,
Cent
I
type
mean,
character.
Is 50 Cent a villain?
He's definitely a villain, yeah.
He's a
Well, 50
super
Cent-
villain. We love him though.
But 50 Cent would never get big in Korea because, like, if you're part of the gang, let's say.
What do you mean big in Korea? He's big worldwide.
No, but I'm saying he's a world star already. But I'm saying, like, if he was born in Korea and some people find out, oh, you're in a gang in middle school, canceled.
Yeah.
And it's like,
That
it's
is
hard
what
to
happens.
climb that ladder.
Yeah.
But do you think that's possible? Like, someone getting so powerful that they can speak up?
I'm waiting for someone like
It doesn't
that.
need to be gangster shit. Just someone that just, I don't know, made a shit ton of money or something. That would be dope to see that.
Yeah.
I would love
Back on
to.
that.
Yeah, I'd love to see that too.
I think there are villains, but they just don't reach that status. They just get cut before they get bigger.
Yeah.
So once they hit that villain status, they're kind of all the money or the opportunity is taken away from them.
Yeah.
And they have nothing but to just double down on their villain character and isolate themselves even more because that's the only way they can kind of go ahead.
I guess the most villainy thing that you can do is like you're a big actor and you're 60 and you openly support a presidential candidate. I think it's like the biggest villainy thing that you can do in Korea.
That's crazy. I just want to see some celebrity just vape inside and try to get canceled for it, but he's just super rich. Maybe it can be you guys. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe
Honestly,
this pops out.
but
Yeah.
like, but just like the amount of heat that you get is so much, and I bet it's like a very damaging for your mental health.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. I think you have to be on some transcendental level in order to do that
A
and not
unique
care.
individual.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you gotta be
yeah.
psycho.
Yeah. I can understand the political thing, that'll always ruffle some feathers anywhere. But like as far as just the day-to-day stuff, like
What are some cancel topic that we have? We have indoor vaping. What else we have? We have all
Drugs or weed. Drugs
Yeah,
are
that's obvious, but like I think there's like so many things that's just like
drinking and driving is a huge one out here.
that one's pretty bad though. I don't like that one.
Yeah,
anywhere.
that one you do get canceled, I think, in the States as well. Like Tom Cruise or whatever. You don't get canceled,
You're in the
canceled, but
tabloids, but
Yeah.
no one really cares too much either. Like, I don't know. Not about that. Everyone's got a DUI in the States.
You're not Tom Cruise. You're thinking about Mel Gibson, and he didn't get canceled for the DUI.
Yeah, he got canceled for some other shit.
He got canceled for what he said while getting the DUI.
Oh yeah.
He said some wild shit.
What are they?
We can leave Mel Gibson out of this one. Yeah.
What else do you get
I don't
canceled?
know what's like some recent like
P-Shik got canceled for just a joke.
They made a joke about how a shitty burger tasted
Yeah.
when they were at some like suburban city or something, and then they got canceled for
because it's very
dissing on that town or whatever.
It's very insensitive.
Man, I would love to be a Korean celebrity already because it's just, or the Korean celebrity supervillain because I'm vaping inside. I'm going to tell you your burger tastes like shit.
DUI.
I'm not going to get a DUI. I'm still not going to do that, I'd have a driver. I'm rich and famous, but yeah, I'm going to be shitting on burgers and vaping inside.
That'd be great.
Has there been anyone that like moved to America and
There was one guy who evaded the army, and then he got kicked out. But he's like a Korean American, so I think he's in LA now. So he's
Mr. Steven?
Yeah, Mr. Steven.
Yeah, that's a great name.
Yeah, he got fucked over because he was huge here, and then he kind of was a little shady. Like, oh, I'm gonna go to the army, and he kind of made a promise.
No, the government granted him to like go to America and do a show.
Because he promised that he'd go to the army.
Yeah, and he went back to America, and I guess like he kind of like played with the citizenship, and it's like now he dropped Korean citizenship or whatever, and now he's banned from coming to Korea.
Forever.
Yeah.
So he got really canceled.
Yeah, it sounds like that's what he wanted, I guess.
So I guess military is a big one.
Military's so
Yeah,
big,
that's a big
yeah.
one for being canceled, especially for guys.
Yeah.
But I think people get canceled for like even littler things though. I think like drugs and DUI, like, I mean, it's still illegal. But I think it's like like what you say.
Yeah, I want to know about that other little stuff.
They were like indoor vaping. I just can't think of anything off the top of my head.
What's a good one?
Yeah, what's a good one?
What's the street saying about the latest mini
Streets.
cancellations?
Yeah, like past like 2 years, I think there's like 10 cancels every month.
I mean, there's a big one right now going on with an actor who dated like a girl, and she was supposedly a minor when they were
that's
dating.
crazy.
She was like 15 or
That's
16.
for sure canceled.
That's crazy.
That's a big one right now. Oh, this girl Minoy, she kind of bailed on like a corporate contract. Like
So what she did was there was like a ad shoot, and she just didn't pull up.
I think Matt was telling me about this person.
Yeah.
And it's like,
And apparently she didn't know the real details of the contract, and she didn't sign it, right? And her company kind of on her behalf signed the contract, but she thought it was a different number, like she thought it was more money. She was like, oh, I'm not gonna do it because it's disrespectful,
yeah.
And
But I think the big part comes from like corporations too, because like I don't know, like in America, someone this guy's a scum, and people say, oh, fuck him. But he's still gonna make his bread, I guess. But I think in Korea, like
He still might even be president of,
US.
We don't, we're cool with everything as a whole, it seems like.
Yeah.
so who is someone in the States that should be canceled, but they aren't? Like, you guys kind of went over the board
list,
on that.
The list is probably just so long.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
It was a good one, Matt. Like, this guy's such a scumbag that he should not be on media, but he does.
Probably there are a lot of people, bro.
on media. Fuck. I like Jake Paul and them. Those are like super villains. That, I mean, I don't know what they've done that's like cancelable.
Yeah,
But
they're so
like,
smart. I think.
Yeah, they're just like these villains that everyone hates, and I kind of like that they exist a little
Yeah.
bit.
Oh, actually, I think in Korea,
Kanye?
I think in Korea, there's like no like there's no like villain figure where like
Yeah.
people kind of hate on. I think everybody's like this perfect. I'm so moral.
Yeah, you don't want to be the villain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of unnatural at the same time. Like people want to hate, you know, and everybody has a shitty side, and I think there has to be some representation of that.
What about Korean like gangster films? Because I think a lot of like in America, a lot of this like celebrating the villain comes from maybe the films come from real life, like Godfather, all those based
They're
on real
underdogs.
things. But yeah, we really support the underdog. We really support like the castaway that made
Scarface.
immigrant that came in and like broke the law to make his money and had the vision of the world is yours, even though he died in the pool at his feet. But
Oh no, I bet that I think like criminal activities has been romanticized all over the world, I guess. And I think Korea was kind of like that 20 years ago. There was a lot of gangster movies, especially like the like school fights and stuff. But I think now like people are just so much more sensitive. So I think like it doesn't really exist anymore. It's like a hard line. Oh, it's illegal on the law book. Okay, done. It's like
Yeah.
100 or 0 type
Yeah.
thing.
who's the Robin Hood guy?
걱정?
The Misoni.
Oh, the Missoni guy?
What's the Missoni
Shin Chang-won, I think that was his name, right? Shin Chang-won. Like he was a real criminal.
But this guy actually murdered people though.
Yeah, but he was also a bit of a folklore, right? Like he kind of seen as like
He was just a
Did
bit
he
of a
murder for
swagger.
good?
That's
Just
why-
pretty
I mean, that was his goal, like, to murder like rich
Swag
people.
that got-
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's just a T-shirt. It was
No, what
so
happened
fire.
was I think they robbed someone.
he was a robber. and
He
killed
robbed
someone
someone,
while robbing.
but I don't think there was like some whatever. I don't think he meant to kill someone, but it ended up kind of being a little bit.
It happens on accident.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
yeah.
Somewhat of a-
And he actually escaped one time too from the prison, and like the whole country was on a hunt for him, and he managed to escape for like what, a couple months, I think.
Not for years.
For years?
Yeah, he was all right for years, and then an ex-lover of him snitched on him. I think that's what happened. Like
It's always
I
that.
feel like America would fuck with this guy heavily.
so,
yeah,
yeah.
villains.
And like you, I don't know. As an American, when I read his story, when I was like 5 years before I came to Korea, I did kind of fuck with him. I was like,
Yeah.
Because look, his first thing is like the extreme poverty was painful for the like. It's portrayed when you read about him that he grew up like poorest of the poor of the Shigo, and his dad was
Yeah.
abusive, and like this was kind of his only way out. And yeah, he like escaped from prison. And
Yeah.
it's definitely someone in America that we would idolize.
But how's like the PC environment in the States these days? Because I think
Very heavy.
with DJT, it kind of balanced out. I feel like the waves are a little turning. And I think
Yeah.
LA is kind of in the forefront for that all the time, right? At least in terms of, like, it's maybe just a big city thing. LA, New York might be
Yeah,
the same.
maybe. I mean, it's there, but me personally, I don't know. Maybe I have like a decent moral compass. I felt like I didn't really need to change how I think or what I'm saying. I still say like some probably bad shit, but don't like stop saying it either. Maybe I don't know. It's like it's there, but it's also like a younger generation. Like when I'm with friends my age, like they're gonna say some wild shit. They don't like think about. All right, I'm 37. My other friends that are my age or older that have kids and family and they work a professional job, they're not hanging out with 20-year-olds like I might be because I skate. So like they're gonna talk crazy like how we did when we were like kids and in the 90s and early 2000s. So it's still like it's PC culture is there if you want to go find it for sure, but like who I hang out with, and I don't know, whoever I talk to, it's like I think we all have a pretty good like, you know, mind about most things, and didn't really need to change anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. I think it's like if you're in Hollywood though, it must.
Yeah,
affect
like
a
if you're
lot.
like a public figure, like you cannot get away from that heat, because if you're a public figure, your audience ranges from like 15 to 65. Whereas if
Yeah.
you're not that, you can just hang out with people that you like, and if you live in that world, I guess you don't have to change much. But
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think any public figure, or even if you don't have social media or something, if you're just the boss somewhere, it's like, yeah, you should probably, I don't know, keep your thoughts or whatever you want to say in a certain zone. But then, you know, there's other people who just live fully free. The fucking furry guy in your guys' video, you know, he seems like he does whatever the fuck he wants.
yeah,
That's
clearly.
the special kid there. Yeah.
What about
yeah.
like the kids, like the skate kids? Are they more PC than when you were a kid and kind of
Probably.
growing up, or is that kind of not there?
I think just like the level, the moral compass level people operate on has been shifted like a lot.
Yeah, I think it's changed. It's shifted a lot, but also maybe skateboarding is the wrong place to look for those bad kids, because it's like I was saying, like you don't. I think if you're 10 today, you don't start skating because you want to be a bad kid. Like maybe it's, I don't know, some kids who do
The biggest
graffiti or some shit. I don't know. Yeah.
biggest shock to me, like when I broke my leg, like I stopped skating and stopped looking at a lot of skate stuff, and then like it popped up on my feed like the illegal civilization thing, like he was getting canceled, and like I don't know.
Illegal civ?
Oh, his massacre.
Yeah, I don't know like why everything he got canceled for, but like one of them was for kind of like badly influencing young kids, like maybe they were smoking or something. They were like 14, 15, 16-year-old kids, and I was just like, bro, this is why I got into skating.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, Baker or whatever it may be, these little
Yeah.
kids that I could relate to, and like, oh, they're doing what the fuck they want.
Yeah.
And I think that was kind of the height of the whole cancel culture shit as well.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think that was some additional shit from whatever, like how his stuff started. But even I saw whatever video and I was just like, yeah, I guess Mikey's a little bit older, but like everyone's out skateboarding and smoking, and that's just what we did when we were 14, 15, 16, 17. I don't know, at any age, that's just like normal. Like I just go out there and see it. I might not film them doing it and put it on the internet because I know some people might freak out, but like
Yeah.
it's there just every single fucking day.
Yeah.
And Mikey did that, and some people had some issues.
I mean,
Yeah.
kids would have never came out.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Movie, and that inspired how much.
We needed kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it was 2017 when that movie came out, it would never see the light of day. So,
No. Hell no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Read that movie.
Yeah, that was what, like 95 or whatever, something like that. Yeah.
Teach you how to steal a 40 from the deli.
I think nowadays just like you can just so easily capture it on your phone. Like when you're 14, I think you kind of get to do stupid shit. That's
Yeah.
why you're young.
Yeah.
But nowadays, I think it's just like if someone captures on video and posts it out there, it's there for
You do
eternity.
that shit for life now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do that shit for
Yeah.
life now. So I think it's just kind of like naturally. I guess the good side is like people act more morally, I guess. But I guess the downside is like it's kind of hard to like do it.
Yeah.
You know, because it might be captured for eternity.
Yeah.
And
Or also not. The kids with the phones be saying crazy shit on there and not knowing how long it's
yeah,
gonna be on there for.
exactly.
too.
Yeah.
And that's for anyone. Like if you post it on Instagram and if it catches some virality, like it gets like 1 million likes or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's there for life. So I think it's just like, so imagine like doing everything while acknowledging that this moment could be last forever. You can't
That's
do
pretty
shit.
crazy.
You
Yeah.
can only say things that are correct.
Yeah.
I'm happy and be
Yeah.
nice to people, and imagine like the world becomes like that. It's so boring, right? There's lack of opinions.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
that's low-key kind of what we're seeing right now in Korea.
They say you
so-
might not have taken that photo if that was the case. Pull up that photo.
Which one?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I was
Yeah,
in the
that
photo.
one right there.
Yeah, talk to me through about this.
Yeah, you might
photo,
not have
man.
taken that
Yeah.
photo, right?
Man. I really want to, but like it's Diddy. He did a lot of bad shit, but at the time I didn't know that. He just he came into Diamond where I worked at, and they were just hooking him up with some clothes for some event. I don't know.
He's probably a sick dude too, right? Like back then, like, he was probably a nice fucking guy or whatever. He was like hooking everybody up or
During the day, maybe. Yeah.
All right, you ever see Get Him to the Greek?
No. What's that?
It's a film, but he's in it, and he's a super fucking crazy character in it. But that's him in real life. That's
right.
like, yeah, it's the only way I can describe it.
I was like, just a hyper energy type guy.
Just crazy. Yeah,
that shit.
I don't know.
Going wild.
He just played himself in that movie, which I didn't really realize till I met him, and everyone is asking me that question, how is he? How is he? And I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't describe it to you. You just have to watch this movie, and that's how he is.
Okay.
Like, just, yeah, maniac, for sure.
Okay, so he doesn't operate on a average frequency.
I think, based upon what we know coming out of it, yeah, he doesn't operate on average frequency at all. Yeah.
50.
Yeah. I think he does whatever he wants. Yeah, not anymore.
Yeah,
but
why is Didi wearing a t-shirt? It's just like they gifted him?
No,
Can we go back to the photo?
That same night, a friend of mine just comes into the store with a box of shirts of this shit that he made. So he just already had it, and we just thought it'd be funny to just like, yo, just ask Diddy like if he wants to wear the shirt, and he kind of just told us like no at first.
Okay.
Like, all right, whatever. Here's your clothes. He's just shopping around, and then at the end he was like super excited to have
All
it.
of a sudden?
I think he was just playing a game from the jump. Just like, nah, I'm going to say nah right now. And then at the end, he's like, what's up with that shirt? Give me that shirt. And we're just like, all right, here. Like,
Okay.
and then that photo happened. And now everyone asks me, like, what's up with the Diddy photo? What's up with the Diddy photo?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know this man. Like, I don't know what he's done. I don't know what he did before or after that. This is a 15-minute interaction.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's on internet.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people with photos with Diddy. I kind of thought it would be funny to just, man, this is so fucked to say, but we can go into it. But like, what if I just jumped into the lawsuit and was like, yeah, he like diddled me in the back of Diamond a little bit, and like could I get some M's off of it somehow? Like, is there? Yeah. Does he have any money left? Like, can I get some of that? Like, cause I would be cool with. If the public thought I got diddled in the back of Diamond for 5 M's, I'd be like, I'm not really tripping either.
Yeah.
And I know it didn't happen. Yeah.
Well, I think it's a good timing to end the podcast.
Ended on that note.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a crazy subject for what you guys normally do, but
it's all good.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe with just one last question though. Like,
Yeah.
I think he went to school for photography because he wanted to be a photographer.
Horo-san.
Do you think that's the right way to be a photographer? Like to go to school? Because from my experience, I think it's more of a sport of just doing it. And from doing
just going out there?
Yeah, just from doing it, you kind of get more of an eye for it, and you hone it from action, you know, rather than it's less theoretical for me, in my opinion. So kind of curious, like if you were to start over, would you kind of take the route differently as a photographer, or?
I mean, I don't even think I really became a photographer like that. Like, I was just documenting shit. But I think that I don't know what kind of photography you want to do, but no doubt schooling can help you. Like, I can't set up a studio and do some crazy billboard shit. I don't have that kind of knowledge. I just like document what's in front of me. And yeah, that can be self-taught, but had I wanted to go a different route, then some schooling could certainly help.
Yeah.
It was never a thought in my mind like, oh, I'm gonna be a photographer. I want to be a photographer. It's just literally I'm taking pictures of what's in front of me and just having a good time. So it's probably good that you did that. And if I went to school, I probably wouldn't have been on Fairfax or meeting anyone, or like none of that shit would have happened.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
I think photography a lot, like, I get, of course, there's like certain skills that has to go into taking photos, but I think a lot of it is like, where can you be at with a camera? Like, what type of scene or what type of event that I could be at. So I think, like, I don't know, like, vibe is kind of important as a photographer, because
I mean, for sure.
gotta be there, right?
That's very, that's very, very important. But like, I have other friends who like they would never take their camera outside to just fuck around, but they do like all these big commercial
like
type
a
jobs.
studio type thing.
Yeah. So when I see what they do, I'm like, oh, I don't know how to do that. Like I would have needed to go to school for that for sure. And for that type of professionalism, like their vibe maybe doesn't even matter. It's like literally
Skill based.
yeah, I do this really fucking good. Like hire me. Yeah,
True.
So it just depends what you want to do with it.
Yeah.
But probably somewhere in the middle is probably the best place to be. So if you can get there, you probably make a shit ton of money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like back then when I first started photography, because I did a lot of street photography too.
Yeah.
There was a part of me where I wasn't really sure if this counts as photography, because to me, what's pro is like what you've said, being a good lighter or whatever it is, like in studio commercial things, right?
Yeah.
But I think that idea of being a good documentarian it requires a different kind of skill. And a part of me was kind of, I don't know if that's being a photographer, because it's not really about the photography. It's more about like who you can capture and what event or what specific time you can be at, you know?
Yeah.
So part of me sometimes like kind of hated on that too. It was like, oh, I don't know if that really counts or whatever. But now I've gotten around thinking it's more about, being a good documentarian. That's actually the focus of that kind of photography instead of the skill and.
I think that type of thing that can't really be taught. Like you're just shooting based off the intuition that you have, and maybe you like it, maybe other people like it, and that's not something that can be taught too much. So if you just want to document shit, then that's on you to learn how to do.
I think you low-key gotta be shameless too. I was in Tokyo Kabuki show, and I just bought a camera, and a fight broke out. And at first I was kind of taking photo from like a little further away, but GR3 I can't zoom in, so I was kind of like right next to the fighting scene taking a photo. And as fearless I became, the better photos got. Yeah. So I think like photos too. If you're just like too mindful of like, oh wait, am I being rude right now by
sometimes you gotta go for it.
You just gotta go for it and just do it.
Like how you were saying with the listen to my music shit, sometimes you just have to go for it. And something that like runs through my mind when something like that might be happening is like, yo, this shit is happening whether I'm here or not, and I'm here right now with my fucking camera, so I'm gonna get it. Yeah. I don't ever want to like disturb what's going on and make it unnatural.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like this is Sagan's book. I don't play. I don't play. What's the meaning? I don't play. You just don't play?
I mean, that's all I do actually, but I don't know. I'm not good with like when someone's like, what should I call my album or my brand or this or that or whatever. Like I'm a believer that what goes into the projects can be more important than the name. So I had to think of a name for this shit. Maybe it's not always true, but that's like for me, you know. But I was like, all right, I don't know what the fuck to call this thing. We just used to say I don't play all the time, like in this time period. So I was like, cool, it's a dumb title. I love a dumb title. And for those of us that were there, they'll know like immediately when they read that. They're like, oh, like,
it's more of an inside joke.
What's the year timeline for this book?
Like probably like 2010 to like 2014 mostly, but there's some that go 2017 possibly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, definitely just like all the 2010s. I didn't want to get into like any newer shit. There's just so much stuff that I've been sitting on. It's like, let's just get all these photos.
Right.
Yeah.
Can people buy this in Korea? De Noche.
We ship worldwide. You can get it anywhere in the world.
Nice. Are there any people who carry it out here that you could visit?
Not currently that I could say like right now, but maybe by the time this comes out, I think that there's going to be some shops. I think if I was here today trying to buy the book, the cheapest option would be to probably find someone in Japan that has it and get it shipped over here, because it's going to less shipping than for me to send it from LA.
True.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice. Sagan Lockhart, I don't play hardcover.
Yes.
Purchase it now, De Noche World.
Yes.
120,000 KRW.
That sounds like super expensive looking at that.
Yeah, right?
And
But you can buy a piece of history, so I think it's a good purchase.
Yeah, so many good photos. I mean,
Yeah,
Sagan
we
gave
did.
us-
We briefly went through
Yeah, Sagan gave us like the volume 1,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
The first
volume
volume.
one.
Yeah.
Young Kim K.
Fire photos.
Yes.
Yes.
thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks for coming out,
Thanks
bro.
for coming out, man.
No problem.
Yes.
Hope to be back again
Please.
next summer too. I
Yes.
love it here.
Oh, we
Yeah.
forgot to ask him about his take on Korea, but we'll do it offline.
Yeah, we'll do it offline.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching, guys.
Peace.
Thank you.
정면 신호로 바뀌었습니다.
말이 목구멍까지 차올랐지만 스님이 시킨 대로 호흡법과 보행으로 다스렸다. 그래서 이거를 분노 에너지를 삭히는 방법을 어느 정도 알게 되니까 아버지에 대한 적대감도 지울 수 있게 됐고 아버지 역시 분노에 전염된 희생양이었다는 사실을 통찰하게 됩니다.
와.
이처럼 분노는 스스로 치유하지 않으면 자식이나 혼자들에게로 옮아가기 마련이다. 화가 치밀 때 타인의 내면을 깊이 들여다보면 연민이 솟아나고 연민은 분노의 불을 꺼버립니다. 차각의 에너지, 즉 부처의 에너지를 키우면 몸과 마음을 치료할 수 있다. 라는 유효한데 이거 제가 했던 말 아닙니까?
아, 하셨나요?
아니 그 디스코드인가 어디서 이제 뭐 사람 뭐 싸웠을 때 어떻게 해야 되냐라고 했을 때 일단은 이 사람을 싫어하는 것에 대해서 반발심을 가지지 말고 나는 이 사람을 싫어하면 안 되는데 라는 생각을 하지 말고 내가 이 사람을 싫어하는 것을 먼저 100% 받아들인 다음에 내가 왜 이 사람을 싫어하지? 라고 생각을 하고 그러면은 보통은 얘가 이렇게 했으니까 내가 싫어하지 이런 식으로 투영을 하는 답이 바로 나올 거예요. 보통 여기서 끝납니다. 하지만 그게 아니고 그렇다면 이 사람이 이것을 했을 때 왜 그 행동이 나에게 화를 줬지? 이런 식으로 계속 파고들어다 보면은 결국에는 끝은 그 사람을 이해할 수 있게 돼요. 그리고 그 이해 끝에는 연민이 있어요. 제가 했던 말인데 통하는 거예요. 빅나탄 스님.
그러게요.
네, 그래서 이게 또 그 재밌는 포인트가 분노는 스스로